Hi, I'm Jim from Left Wing Libertarian.
And I am Anna from BeautyGirlsMom.com.
And today we're going to be talking about Disney.
We are not talking about Disney.
Travel.
Not travel.
Is it Sunday?
It is not Sunday.
Is Game of Thrones about to come back?
Winter is coming.
Winter is coming. But not now?
But not this minute, no.
Okay. So what are we talking about then?
Today we're doing something a little bit different. We are going to do a taste test. Because we have things in this family that I have a definite preference for, you have a definite opposite preference for, or you claim it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. So, like Coke and Pepsi,
there is no difference.
I definitely have a preference for Pepsi. I much prefer Pepsi. You can't tell the difference.
Her dad worked in the Pepsi mines when she grew up in West Pepsi.
He did not. So, today's taste test is onion dip because I definitely prefer the Lipton soup mix, sour cream.
Stand still, you.
Homemade.
Step forward and stand still. There you go.
I prefer the homemade Lipton soup, sour cream recipe for onion dip. You claim there's no...
Are we going to do a video on how to make that one day?
Yeah, because you need a video. You claim that there's no difference between the homemade and the jar stuff.
Not only is there no difference, but the when we're talking about the jar stuff, what we're talking about is these little cans that you get in places like 7-Eleven when you're buying a bag of chips late night. Up here, if there's not a liquor store at 7-Eleven, or if you're in the South where there is one, you grab your chips and your late night beverages and you grab
a can of onion dip.
Yes.
I think there's a huge difference. I don't even like the smell of the jarred or zip top, whatever it is. I do not like that onion dip.
Also available on military bases and on ship stores at sea.
So it's something that you were kind of used to.
If
my
somebody
family never had it. We never bought the jar stuff. It was always the stuff that you made with the sour cream. So we're going to do 3
You couldn't afford the jars and the cans? You had to make it at home?
We could, but we just preferred the other kind.
Oh, okay.
So we're going to let 3 of you taste it. You, Granuel, and Eilish. You're each going to dip a chip into dip A and then into dip B, and you're just going to tell me what your preference is for dip.
Okay,
so
here's a chip.
Here's a chip going into dip A.
Takes whatever the dip gives it, whatever sticks to the chip.
Wait, so which one's A or B?
This one is A, this one is B.
Okay.
So feel free to dip your chip. Eilish, come dip your chip.
Wait, why can't you dip a chip?
Well, I know which is which.
Oh.
Jim, did you take a sip of water in between the two?
No, I did not. Should I?
I would say that you should, yes.
Hi, Mother.
Hi, Eilish.
Well, then I'll redo this one.
I have to get queso out of the room.
This is the fascinating part where all you hear is crunching.
Yes. And then you find out that they're identical. Did you do your both yet? Which one have you done? This one?
I just finished that.
Okay. Take a drink of water.
Eilish, I don't think you are the #1 mom, so I'm not sure that was the right cup for you to drink out of. But. All right, now Granuel, dip a chip into bowl B.
You know, you people are scooping, you're not dipping. Dipping is where you put the chip in and you take out whatever the chip takes with it.
I think that's a whole other video.
Because you're scooping.
You dip or
When
scoop.
you dip it, you don't get any of the flavoring.
The chip takes the flavor
You know,
that it
Daddy?
wants to take.
You can make a video on your
Sometimes you
own
need to play God.
about learning how to dip and
Okay.
not scoop.
Okay, so everyone has tried both dips. Are we correct?
Yeah.
All right, Granuel, which dip do you prefer? Which dip do you like better? A is this side, B is this side.
I'd probably have to say A.
So you prefer this one?
Yes.
Okay. Eilish,
I like to be better.
you like to be better. Jim?
They're both the same.
Oh my god.
You may get slapped.
They're both the same.
They're not both the same.
Yeah. I mean, they are both the same.
Are they really both the same kind?
They are not.
Oh.
This is thicker to put into, other than that. They are both the same.
What did you like better about A?
The taste.
What did you like better about B?
There's more like flavor to it.
More flavor?
What did you like better
Did you
about
really
C?
like B, or you're just pulling hairs because you had to pick A or B?
I like B.
Daddy, how did you like C?
They're both the same.
So that's C.
Okay, scooch out you.
So, except for me, apparently there is no preference. A is actually the Lay's French onion from the jar, and B is the homemade French onion.
Well, why don't you
or
take a
onion.
taste of each? Have you tried a taste of each?
Yeah, first of all, this smell is offensive to me. Like, I can smell this dip from...
A mile away.
And
It's chemically tasting to me. Like, I can... It smells funny.
it just has an oniony smell, and it has a texture of
I don't
cold.
think
This was
it's
in the
an
refrigerator.
oniony smell.
That's the other thing that we did different. We put this jar in the fridge.
Well, this is sour cream from
Yeah,
the
so the
fridge.
sour cream was in the fridge to make sure they both had a same level of fridge coldness. If we had left this sitting in the closet or the cabinet, at room temperature, they would have been able to tell which one was warm,
I
which one
find
was
that
cold.
one creamier, maybe with like a hint of salt, maybe a little bit saltier. I just think that has way more flavor and none of the offensive
Okay,
taste.
and again,
or
if you
smell.
took two chips of about the same size
Mm-hmm.
and you dipped one in here down to like halfway, and this one in here to halfway, they both stay in the bowl.
Yours is floating back up
When
on
you
all those
when you
chemicals.
pull this out, pull that one out because that's about how much you get. So which one gave you more dip?
The chemically one.
The chemicals like to cling to the salt.
Here, you like this kind.
Thank you.
So, well, I would have to say, B was the winner because Eilish and I both prefer B.
And
You're no preference. I don't know
They're
how
the
you
same.
can't tell the difference between the two of them.
They're the same.
And
it's not-
Manuel preferred A.
I mean, there's such a minute difference between the two of them. I don't know. You're just
Since I'm
you're
the only
pulling
one who
hairs.
liked bowl egg, can I have it?
And again, I mean, here's this one. There's
yeah,
no-
that's like a soury smell. That's like a nice.
it's sour
I even
cream.
prefer the
It's
smell of
Breakstone
it.
sour cream. How can you say
So
there's a
anyhow, our
difference?
non-scientific experiment resulted in
There's no difference.
A with the slight disadvantage. B had 2 votes,
Actually,
and you.
A had
didn't
2
even
votes.
cast a
Yeah.
vote.
A had 2 votes.
We had actually
he had
offered-
3 votes because he voted both.
We had actually offered to do this as a blind taste test with this.
But they
over
didn't
everybody.
look as different as I expected them to.
Yeah,
so,
she expected the store thing to be brown and yucky looking.
so if you've ever done
with
this type
flies
of
coming out of it.
if you've ever done this type of experiment at home, let me know. Post it in our comments, and feel free to subscribe if you'd like to watch other mindless taste tests. Maybe we'll do Coke and Pepsi next time.
If you work for Frito-Lay and you'd like to send us more of A to sample
This
and
is
test.
Lay's, not Frito-Lay.
Isn't Frito-Lay's owned by the
Lay's.
Frito-Lay company?
Frito-Lay is its own company. And then
Lay's
Frito-Lay owns Lay's.
If you work for a company that makes those things,
If you make for a company and would like to send us your product to review,
Yes.
please feel free to do so.
We can offend it on
be sure to let us know what the product is you're sending us so we know which one to vote for
And we will see you real soon.
in our unbiased survey.